Hey guys, CEO of Queensland Solar and Lighting here today to give you a talk about Longi Solar Panels and their reviews, and also my experience that we've had with Longi Solar. Now, Longi Solar, quite interestingly, I am actually responsible for bringing Longi to Australia way back in 2016 when I first discovered them at Bangkok Solar Expo. They were just sitting there, wandering around the Bangkok Solar Expo, which I used to do every year. Go and meet all the manufacturers over in Bangkok. Why not? And this panel, this was just looking at me, and I couldn't believe it because it was like an LG panel, just 300 watt mono PERC. We were at the time pumping out 250 watt Jinkos. 275 watt polycrystalline had just come in, and the LG had stuff like the 300 watt mono PERC stuff. It was the bee's knees. It was the next technology, and they were just sitting there. And I said, "What is this?" And the Chinese guys go, "Oh, it's Leri Solar, Lerri." I said, "What's Leri?" "Oh, it's Longi." I said, "What's Longi?" And they said, "Oh, it's the best. We are number one." What number one? What? Yeah, I know it's the best. Like, it's a mono PERC panel. What's going on here? Yeah, you want it? I said, yeah. Are you in Australia? No. I'm like, how can you be number one if you're not in Australia? Oh, but we make for LG. I said, you do what for what? And I got on the phone to the manager of Power Arc in Australia, the wholesaler, one of Australia's largest wholesalers. I said, can you get this thing in? I'm talking to them. Oh, send me detail. So I sent detail. They hooked up. Some Larry came in. It was once Larry. You need to look into it. Somehow it was Larry, even though Longi's been around since like the year 2000. And I don't know how they just came into Australia then. And even via me. Like, I'm a passion for it. I don't know how that all happened. And it's just weird because now they're like probably the biggest sold solar panel in Australia and have been for years. I put Longi solar panels on my roof in 2018, some 315 watt, I think, up there. So, yeah, they've been around a long time, and as soon as they came in, Power Arc were mucking around with them for about a year, just couldn't really move it, and because they were never heard of them. Longi, it's this. Look at the technology. Yeah, but customers, never heard of it. I said, yeah, but look at it. So everyone just abandoned it until Longi came in, started selling across all major distributors, and quickly became, number one after about 18 months, 2 years of pumping that out. And then I think 2019 they got an office in Australia, in Sydney. And they've been, ever since then, they've been, I'd say number one, if not number one, definitely number 2 or 3. They're massively sold by everyone. All solar retailers around Australia sell them. All the wholesalers who are serious sell them. There's no shortage of Longi. They still pump out the 370 watt, which is like their base panel. And they're now doing some bigger commercial panels and things like that. But, I put Longi on my roof. We stopped selling it for a bit. Well, we haven't really sold it for a couple of years now since we've seen all these Chinese panels starting to fail. But that's not to say Longi will fail at all, or, it's just me being extra cautious because even today I had a call about an install we did in 2016 around this time. Jinko 275 watt, apparently could be getting water in them. You know what I mean? And so every day you got it's just, you don't know how good a panel is until, 7 years down the track. 4 years I've replaced them at even. You don't know until they're not good. And the thing is, before COVID, new technology and panels that they were making, they all make, the same type of thing. 370 watt Trainer, 370 watt Jinko, 370 watt Longi. They're all the same, but a little bit different here and there. but that they've been making that same 370 watt class since, what, must be 3.5 years or something, 3 years, a long time, whereas they used to turn that over every 18 months. And it's just because COVID slowed everything down, production line and everything. So back to Longi, how long have they been in Australia? You could safely say since 2018, they've been really pumping it out, which is now, over 4 years. They've been number one, in my opinion, in terms of volume for 3 years. I put them on my roof just because they were the flavour at the time. We've sold a lot, as you can see. We had a Longi steel going. That was like our main panel. Like I said, the only reason why we didn't go near it is because that we've stopped, is because just the quality of this stuff. And I'm not saying Longi's done anything wrong yet. I haven't had a failed Longi yet, and I've installed thousands of the things. But, who knows? We might even start putting them back on again. They've got a new one coming out, all the 440 watt panels that you can put on the houses, the Hymo X series. If you are looking for a good panel, not necessarily good because we don't know that they're good, but if you're looking for a panel that I would put on my roof when I was wet behind the ears and had no idea, I've got a Longi, but they could break, That's the thing. No one knows, it's a cheaper Chinese panel and it's mass sold. So chances are, if they're going to fail, they're going to fail for you. They're going to fail for your neighbour, everyone. Now, unfortunately, that is what's happening now from panels from 2014, 15, 16. So the confidence I have in panels is not huge or high, but Longi panels, they're not a cheap Chinese panel. As cheap as you can get, they're still a decent enough panel that they're backed by wholesalers. As long as wholesalers don't go out of business and things like, which has happened, you know what I mean? This is a crazy industry. I know I'm not giving you too much confidence, but that's just because it is how it is. It's hard to know what to buy. And look, if you look at solar panels like cars, Longi is a Toyota Camry of the car market. So if that's a lemon, everyone's got the lemon. Make some lemon juice, All right, guys. Well, that's all I can say about Longi. That's my commentary on it. I've got them on my roof. You can put them on yours. Just don't get us to do it. Not yet. I might wait a year or two, then I'll start using them again to see what's happening with the 2017 batches or 2018 batches that we've rolled out. But, yeah, if you need them, put them on. Hey, I might be desperate soon and might need to start putting them on again. You never know, You never know. See you later. Get a dog up. Just.